Yeah, what up, y'all? It's your boy P. Haha. Anything else coming back in this thing? What y'all thought I was doing? What y'all thought it was, huh? What y'all thought was really going on? So, I got put back on YouTube live stream because I just stay appealing when they say I'm doing hate speech. It's like, nah, y'all ain't even listen to the video. Or when they say I'm promoting sex and all this other stuff, nah, y'all didn't even look at the video. Y'all just read the title, that type of stuff, right? But I'm glad to be back, man. This is all a part of my I'm back on live stream party. It's like a birthday. I don't have a birthday on my birthday. I have a birthday before my birthday. I have a party the day of, a party the day after, a party the day after the day after, a party the day after the day after the day after. That's how I do things. You understand? I don't even subscribe to that. So we're gonna make this a occasion upon occasion when you see your boy P back on the scene. So just checking in. If you read the title, this is about Mgtow being a prescription made by white supremacist terrorists and all the people that like them. It's a prescription made by white supremacist terrorists for a problem created by white supremacist terrorists. I don't know why people don't even see it like that or talk about it like that, but we're going to talk about it in those terms when you come to your boy P channel. It's just that easy. So if you knew this week, the boy Zoe Williams, motherfucking genius griot dude. What up, King Machiavelli? What's going on, bro? The boy Zoe Williams, man. He dropped this 2 episode flurry getting on these people called the Mgtow. You're really just trying to uncover the intellectual seat of what they talking about and why they on what they on, what they think life is like, type of behavior, right? And you know, hold up. Okay, so it's messages for review. Let me get to that in a little bit to this message. Um, you know, you gotta know King Machiavelli. I'm only one guy, man. I don't have no staff. I don't got no team. I don't got nobody, dog. It's just me, dog. Be doing this, dog. So to go back and forth in the comments, let me see if I can put this up here. Yo, bro, can you talk to me about the CIA and FBI connection with white supremacists and how the CIA fucks up black people? You know what? They held your message for review. I'm thinking it's because you put FBI, CIA all through it. I don't know. I still don't get how YouTube decides how to hold messages for review, but whatever, they decide to do it. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's what they doing. Let me show the message at least. Damn, you know what I'm saying? They asking me, do I want to show your message, King Machiavelli? Yeah, I want to show the message. I don't give a good goddamn. All right. Yeah, man, that's not what my topic about today, man. Go through some of my other videos, man. I talk about my last video that I did on the police. I talked about, yeah, man. I talked about the police connection with militias and with the people who's supposed to be investigating all of it, the FBI in particular. So yeah, just go through my videos, man. I mean, that's what I can tell you, bro. All right. But back to what I'm saying, man. We're talking about Mgtow. And like I said, my man Zoe did an exposition for the past 2 shows that he did, really getting into what it is and what the root of it is about, and what's the psychology behind it, what the people that are involved in Mgtow really beyond, and what is it about? Are they fully evolved in terms of their approach to dealing with relationships? All right, so that's basically what it is. Because from what I gather, it's just a bunch of dudes mad they can't get no pussy. They mad because they ran into a system made by white boys, made by white supremacist terrorists. We'll put it like that. Made to fuck up everybody else's life and keep the lawyer game popping, keep lawyers paid out of divorce court and the family court and all of that shit. Keep that type of shit going on. But then it turned on them and started biting white males in the ass, and now they made us some shit called Mgtow. All right, that's how I put it. I want to start off with a quick analogy and to help you see how I frame it in my mind. Okay, I think of Mgtow like this. Okay, so we know the white supremacist terrorist group. We know who they are, what they look like, how they move, all of this, right? If I had to put a scaffolding around who they are, this would be the best analog to help explain that. You know what I mean? I look at it like this. Think about the culture of white supremacist terrorists. We know that their whole existence is based on how much chaos they can create, how much they can destroy while they are not dead off of the earth yet, because to them, that makes them feel dominant. You hear what I'm saying? We already know that they need to dominate land, air, water, and people in order for them to feel as if they are dominant over said thing, right? That's what allows them to feel a sense of dominance, not just being dominant, not just existing and being dominant, showing their dominance in ways that aren't destructive to everything that surrounds them, right? We know this, right? These are groups of people. This is the group, these white supremacist terrorists that terrorize the globe. These are the people that will destroy the land, destroy the air, destroy the ground. They'll allow Fukushima to pollute the water. They'll allow BP oil spill to go unclean. I mean, they do all this type of shit. They'll destroy nature. I'll use an example of them in nature. They'll destroy everything in nature, from the air, so they can, they do the chemtrails so they can not burn up and die. All right. They'll destroy land. They'll store nuclear waste in the ground, all this type of shit, destroy the soil, all this shit. And then what little bit of the ground, I'll use the land as an example, what little bit of the ground they can't destroy, they'll take from it, use it to manufacture things like GMO foods, opioids, Xanax, Valium, Adderall, shit that they will use to destroy their own. Shit they know their woman is addicted to. Use that to get her hooked on opioids and kill her off. Again, I'll just say, hey, we're dominant. We can destroy our own people too. We're that tough. We'll destroy land and then we'll take from the land what we didn't destroy and use it to make something to destroy our own people to show we're tough. We've destroyed 2 times. To them, this is a cycle to them, okay? They destroy in cycles. They go over here, they destroy. Their highest plane of understanding is destruction. They don't build, they only destroy. They're evil. All right. So they destroy here on the land side. They'll take whatever's left, use to destroy their people, all to make a false show of dominance. This is how they think. I know if you black, you probably don't think like this. It don't come in your mind like, why would somebody need to destroy something to show that they're dominant in the universe? It doesn't make sense. Like I always say, a truly dominant group of people don't need to create an underclass, to manufacture an underclass in order to be dominant. They don't need to manufacture despair, duress in order to be dominant. This is the things you hear on my channel all the time, right? So with that, we want to get into the conversation of Mgtow. There was a guy that called in, I think his name was Tim, I believe it was his name. He called in and tried to, cape for the Mgtow. And I'm like, all right, I hear what he on, but if you saw me in the comments, I was calling it all kind of, I was just kind of one of those guys going with, okay, this is sound like a sausage party. I was calling it fag towel in the comments. This is what I was calling it. All right. That was your boy Pete. That was me typing that in, fag towel. Right. Because it ain't something a man would deal in anyway. All right. Just look at it like this. Look at it like this to pair this up with my analog that I just laid out, with my analogy that I just laid out. Understand that the gripes of Mgtow and the guy Tim, he touched on this, is all about the court system. Notice their gripe is about the court system, not about women in general. It ain't even about pussy. You know what I mean? Old dude was like, yeah, there's guys that, that may be gay, but and all this other shit. But I mean, they don't seem to be anti-pussy. No, you fuck her and then you leave, bro. And I'm gonna get into that when I do my game conversation on what the game is for women, what men need to know on the game side. This is all part of my I'm back on the live stream. I'm back off suspension party. So I'm gonna throw all this in there. It's gonna be a little bit of that going on. With the relationshipy type shit, just for a little bit, because I feel it. I want to jump on that shit right fast. But his psychology and the psychology of most of these Mgtows, they complaining about court, family court, divorce court, lawyers, child support, all of this shit, right? And don't you know, one thing that you never get them to admit is that white boys create that shit. You never get them to admit that white supremacist terrorists created this shit that you bitching and complaining about. They created the court system. They created the family courts. They created this shit to show up, bite you in your ass. It's biting you up your ass. You know what I mean? Something that you made is biting you in your ass and you mad about it. Is the truth. So if anybody could describe it and be real about it, which you never get them to be real about it and say, yeah, it's some shit that white boys created. I never heard one Mgtow say, yeah, we are trying to go against and we mad about some shit that white boys made. You never get them to admit that. So just know that. We talking about how genuine this movement is. Well, let's look at how genuine it is and where it sit at. Intellectually, it's sitting on a plane of it don't want to admit white wrong, right? It want to just start with go their own way. No, you can't. You just skip the causation of going your own way in the first place. What's the root of that? What's the root cause of you getting up and leaving in the first place? It's not something that a woman did. It's something that a system that's been allowed to be perpetuated by the people who only know how to destroy when they involve themselves in your life. From the court system, family, this, that, and the third. All they know how to do is destroy. Even if it kills their own, it's still somebody in some lawyer's office is sitting back saying, yeah, I made Mgtow possible, my destructiveness. Some judge is sitting back like, yeah, my participation in family court, it made Mgtow possible. I feel dominant. I'm a white supremacist terrorist. And this is how I feel alive and feel dominant. This is the rhetoric and the verbiage that they use daily. Just listen to how they talk and how they communicate with each other. They gain a sense of dominance out of causing duress and destruction. Look at how they move. You understand? So this whole argument about Mgtow, you got to understand it where it's truly rooted at, and don't let nobody come at you talking that shit about, oh, it's about the courts and courts. If they don't start the conversation off talking about what white supremacist terrorists have done in their courtroom to make something like what somebody had another acronym, IB more, IBMore, Mgtowian as possible. If they're not starting the conversation off with white supremacist terrorist males allowed to run a court system in a country, on a continent, if they're not starting there, they fucking up. They own some bullshit, and you got to call them out. All right, I don't let no Mgtow get in my face if they ain't talking about the root cause of the problem. It's the white boys that like to destroy shit, is what I was saying in my mind. But what I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell them that look, this white supremacist terrorist court system that has been the grist of all of this. It's been the seed that allows all these pseudo men organizations to start. All this no ma'am shit, all this I don't fuck with women shit. That shit is not even natural. So it's some meddling going on behalf of white supremacist terrorists in terms of the family court, how they will refuse to reform the family court system, how they refuse to make it be an egalitarian sort of system. Their refusal to do righteousness by families is what allows stuff like this. So if you come around somebody and they don't start the conversation, oh, let me open up my man's comment here. Mgtow is white pussies with small dicks. Aha, let me show the comment. So yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what we on. And if you are in the conversation with anybody, just make sure you beat them over the head with that. Don't let them try to sneak that by you and not have the conversation, because they're not having that conversation. They're not trying to be genuine with you, and you need to get them out your face anyway, right? So that's what your boy P is on, man. I just had to drop this quick stream. I don't want to spend long on this, but I got some more streams popping and coming and dumping and cracking. So get with it. Thanks for tuning in, my man King Machiavelli. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Be back on a little later. Get at you.